So PlayStation 6 may arrive in 2028, says former Sony executive. So if you are a fan of PlayStation and have been eagerly waiting for the next big console, there's some news you should know. A former top Sony execution, Yoshida, has said that the PlayStation might not arrive until 2028. This is a little later than many people were expecting. Some earlier rumors have suggested that the PS6 could come out in 2027, but Yoshida's commented now points to 2028 as the more likely release year. So let's break down what he said and what it means for the gamers like you and me out there. And so why is the delay? Yoshida explained that the time between console generation is getting longer than it used to be. So let's look at some history. Like PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, which came in 5 years. I mean, the difference was 5 years, and PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, the difference was 6 years. Similarly, PlayStation 3 and PS4 was 7 years, and PS4 and PS5 is 7 years. So while early consoles came out every 5 or 6 years, now the gap is more like 7 years. And this trend could continue. So what caused the longer wait for the PS5? It is because Yoshida said that the two major problems made the PS5 take longer time to release because number one is COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic made it harder to manufacture and deliver parts needed to make PS5 consoles. Many factories were closed and global shipping was also delayed. And the second reason was that global chip shortage. There was a big shortage of the small chips that power electronics like game consoles, smartphones, and computers. Without these chips, it was hard to make enough PS5 units to meet the demand. These two problems caused major delays and pushed back to the gaming industry's progress. And PS6 chip may be ready, but still a long wait and a long time to go. So interestingly, some leaks and rumors say that the chip for the PS6, the brain of the console, is almost finished. This might suggest that the console could be released earlier, maybe even in 2027. But Yoshida, like otherwise, he stated that even if the chip is nearly done, he believes that the industry needs more time. He says that the delay is not just about hardware, but also giving developers time to make next level games and giving current consoles like the PS5 more life before moving on to the next generation. So possible new features, that is the two devices. There are also rumors that Sony might be working on two versions of the PS6, that is a main console PlayStation 6 and the other one is a new handheld device like the PlayStation Portable or PS Vita. This might use dual SoCs, which means each device would have its own system on a chip, giving them powerful and fast performance. If true, it could give players more options to enjoy games both at home and also on the go. And what about the Xbox? Leaks also suggest that the new Xbox may come out around 2027 or 2028, around the same time as the PlayStation 6. So it seems like both companies, Sony and Microsoft, are moving slowly and carefully with their new consoles. They're watching each other closely to make sure the release at the right time. So why the delay might be good for gamers? Even though waiting until 2028 might feel a long time, it actually be a good thing for a few reasons. More time for game developers, where the game creators will have more time to build better, more polished games for the new console, and better technology as well. The technology keeps improving. So waiting longer means the PS6 will have newer, faster, and more powerful parts. And the PS5 had launch issues during the pandemic. So by waiting, Sony can avoid similar problems with the PS6 as well. And lastly, longer PS5 life. People who just bought a PS5 don't have to worry about it becoming old too quickly. Sony still plans to support the PS5 for many years, which is still very good news. So if you are a gamer, this might be a little disappointing because we all love getting our hands on new consoles, but sometimes waiting a little longer means getting something much better and bigger. So and in the meantime, the PS5 still has plenty of life and many great games to enjoy. So as if you want to upgrade your gaming PC, instead you wait, check out options like the GeForce RTX 4080 GPU, a powerful graphics card that can make your gaming look more amazing. And one more thing guys, I would love to share is that who is Yoshida and why does his opinion matters a lot? Many fans are asking about it. So is that Yoshida spent around 38 years working at Sony with 31 years dedicated to PlayStation. So he was a big part of SIE Worldwide Studio, where the team behind many of the games and ideas that shaped the PlayStation brand. So he officially left the company on January 15, 2025, and shortly after he gave a detailed interview to the Games Beat, where he shared his thoughts on when we might see the PlayStation 6. So we have already talked about it. According to Yoshida, that Sony might stick to a 7-year gap between major console generations. So in that case, the PlayStation 6 would logically come out in 2027 since the PlayStation 5 launched in November 2020. So because of all that, Yoshida says a 2028 release date feels more realistic. So he even mentioned that Microsoft next Xbox console might also come in 2028, suggesting that both companies could be on the same schedule. Sony might be working on two SoCs where the one chip is the main PlayStation 6 console and the second chip could be a new handheld gaming devices like the PS5 Vita or PSP, or a cheaper, less powerful version of the PlayStation 6 similar to Xbox Series S. This could mean Sony is planning to offer more than one version of the PS6 to reach different kinds of gamers, some who want maximum power and others who want portability or a lower price. So how is the PS5 doing right now? Even with its rocky start, the PS5 is doing great right now. In fact, it had its best ever holiday season in 2024, selling over 9.5 million units in just a few months. So that's nearly as good as the PS4 best quarter. Here are some key numbers: that PS5 total sales over 75 million units and Xbox Series X sales is about 28.3 million units. So even though the PS6 is being worked on, the PS5 still has a lot of life left on it, and Sony won't rush into releasing the PS6 very early if the PS5 is still performing this well. And what can gamers expect next? While the PlayStation 6 might be still a few years away, here's what we can expect next is that 2025 to 2026 more big games for the PS5 and PS5 Pro are coming on the way, and 2027 possible PS6 teaser or early reveal event we might get to see, and 2028 likely launch window for the PlayStation 6. So in the meantime, Sony may also reveal something new like a handheld device or a digital console only version. So finally, in conclusion, we can say that should we wait for the PS6? If you already own a PS5 or just bought the PS5 Pro, you are in a great place right now. Sony will support the PS5 for many more years, and there are tons of amazing games coming on the way. So if you are thinking of upgrading or switching to PlayStation, the PS5 still has excellent value and you won't miss out by not waiting. But if you're dreaming of the next big thing, keep your eye on late 2027 or 2028. That's when the PlayStation 6 is likely to arrive. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your thoughts and opinions about the PS6? Are you guys excited? And are you guys gonna buy PS6 when it will be coming out in the market? I would love to hear your opinions. Do leave them down below, guys, and hit the like button and subscribe our channel for more notifications. The bell icon, bro, that's the most important thing of all time. Do click it because you guys deserve the notification sooner, and we will be covering up every PS6 topics, from rumors to official news to speculation, much more here on in this channel. So do subscribe for more, guys. Until then, stay tuned for more updates and see you all in our next video. This is Capix Gaming and goodbye.